Using a trauma-informed approach will help you feel less frustrated and more in control. It may even improve your relationships at work and at home, as well as your ability to meet your clients' needs. Working with anyone is stressful. Working with those diagnosed with mental illness, developmental delays, or substance use issues can be highly challenging. A trauma-informed approach lets us know that beneath any behavior is a feeling. Feelings create behavior, behaviors reinforce thoughts, and thoughts create feelings. Beneath each of these are needs. Behaviors communicate a need, often in ways that may defeat their own purpose. Disruptive behavior is often a result of past trauma. Trauma promotes fear-based reactions, even when they are unnecessary and harmful. People may exhibit emotional outbursts because trauma causes strong, erratic emotions, even in non-threatening situations. People may have significant relationship difficulties because trauma destroys trust. It creates conflict and isolation. People may have developed unhealthy coping mechanisms that distract them from their emotional pain, including behaviors like acting out, using substances, and self-harming. You may be wondering why those who have not been in combat or experienced severe trauma seem to have trauma reactions. Trauma appears in different forms. Trauma is universal and common. Trauma can have emotional impacts, ranging from anxiety and fear to sadness and depression, to anger and irritability, to guilt and shame. Trauma can have psychological impacts, ranging from post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, to distorted thinking about personal safety, severely spacing out, and difficulties with memory and concentration. Trauma affects us physically as well as emotionally. Trauma reactions include chronic pain, nightmares, insomnia, fatigue, and digestive issues. Trauma contributes to heart and lung disease. Trauma affects both our minds and our bodies. By now you may be thinking, I'm not a therapist. How can I make a difference? You don't need to be a therapist to be therapeutic. You can make a difference in someone's life by simply showing compassion and validating their feelings. Remember, all behavior reflects a need, and validation helps to meet that need. Sometimes it's hard to tell what people are feeling. If they're acting out, they likely feel angry, frustrated, anxious, insecure, ashamed, sad, desperate, or overwhelmed. So let's talk about validation, what it is, why it helps, and how you can use it. You might be amazed at the difference it makes. When someone is validated, they are less likely to act out. Validating someone's feelings does not mean that you agree with them. Some feelings reflect reality, and others are tied to our own past experiences. So how do you validate someone's feelings? If they appear to be upset, you can say, "You seem upset." This is not the same as agreeing that they should be upset. It is simply acknowledging their feelings. Validating someone's feelings helps to meet the needs their behavior is demonstrating. You're not trying to fix things, just provide a little support. Letting someone know that you see them, hear them, and value their feelings can help calm raised emotions. You may be wondering, what if I guess wrong? A simple fix is to ask rather than tell. You can ask questions like, is everything okay? Is there anything I can do for you right now? Or, I noticed you seem a bit down. If you'd like to talk, I'd be happy to listen. Or, you seem a little concerned. Is there something you'd like to share with me? I'm guessing that now you're asking, then what? What do I do then? Then it's time to listen. Listening is highly underrated. Effective listening helps build trust and rapport. Active listening helps engage with others. It's a great way to validate someone's feelings, and sometimes taking the time to listen helps everyone get through more easily and with less disruption. So what is active listening? Active listening involves a few simple steps. Start by giving the person you're talking with your undivided attention. Let them know you're paying attention by nodding and maintaining eye contact. You can ask questions or make comments to allow them to express themselves further. Some ideas of prompts might be, can you tell me more about that? Or I wonder how that made you feel. You can then check to see if you really understand their thoughts and mood by asking questions like, so Bob made you angry, is that right? Or, you sound disappointed, is that how you're feeling? Don't worry if you guess wrong. They will most likely correct you, letting you know what they're thinking, feeling, or both. So that's active listening. It boils down to a few simple steps. Ask open-ended questions and listen without interrupting. Use prompts to understand and encourage. Then reflect back what you hear to check for accuracy. It may seem like a lot at first, but with practice, you'll become a pro in no time. So let's talk about what open-ended questions are. They're the opposite of close-ended questions. A close-ended question is something like, did you have a good day? Are you happy? Or what's your favorite food? Close-ended questions can be answered with only one or two words and don't provide much information, usually just yes, no, or pizza. Open-ended questions allow the person you're talking with to give you as much information as they wish. Questions like, I wonder what happened in your day, or what kinds of things do you enjoy? Open-ended questions can be answered in paragraphs, allowing the person you're talking with to express themselves fully. Prompts for understanding allow greater expression. They permit others to understand their own thoughts and feelings more fully and express them more accurately. You can use prompts like, tell me more about that, or I'm wondering what that means to you. You can elicit information by letting them know that what happened to them is important to you by saying something like, if that happened to me, I'd be upset. I wonder how you feel about it. Notice that in none of these prompts are you demanding information, simply expressing curiosity. Reflecting back what you hear allows you to check that what you hear is what that person really means. This involves 2 simple steps. The first is to let them know how you are interpreting what they are expressing by saying something like, "You sound annoyed," or "You enjoy John's company," or "You wish things came easier for you." The second step is to check and see if you are correct in your assumptions. You can ask, "Is that right?" or "Is that true?" When people behave in a certain way, it's usually driven by their own experiences, emotions, and perspectives. Most often, their actions are more a reflection of what's happening in their lives than a reaction to you. If they're angry, their struggles, stress, and personal beliefs are likely overwhelming to them. By recognizing this, you can avoid taking things personally and understand that their behavior says more about their needs than it does about you. If you can begin to meet those needs, you'll often see a welcome change. A great way to practice this is with your family, friends, or coworkers. You can try it out together. So let's go over the whole process again to be sure that it's clear. Active listening boils down to a few simple steps. Ask open-ended questions. Listen without interrupting. Use prompts to understand and encourage someone to continue. And then reflect back what you hear to check for accuracy. Don't worry if they correct you. It's part of the process, and you'll have a clearer idea of what's really going on. Active listening may improve your relationships, even long-standing relationships with family and friends. So let's review briefly. Even though you may not be providing direct services to clients, your role is both challenging and greatly appreciated. Disruptive behavior often stems from trauma. Validation improves behaviors and relationships. Validation does not mean you agree. It simply means that someone's thoughts and feelings matter to you. We all want to be seen, heard, and valued. And active listening is a great way to validate someone's thoughts and feelings. Active listening means giving the person your undivided attention, asking open-ended questions like, "Can you tell me what happened?" Listen without interrupting. Validating thoughts and feelings. "I understand you're upset." Reflecting their thoughts and feelings back to them. "You're upset because you didn't get what you needed." And then check to see if you got it right by asking, "Do I have that right?" or "Is that true?" Now, go and enjoy improving your interpersonal relationships, both at work and at home. You are appreciated more than you know. Thank you.